Welcome to Not Your Average Neighbor, the podcast celebrating inspiring individuals and the amazing work they do in our community. I'm Ann Roshar, your host, inviting you to join me as we shine a light on stories of resilience, connection, and good news. Let's build a neighborhood that uplifts and inspires, one story at a time. Howdy, neighbors. It's Ann Roshar, Not Your Average Neighbor, here today with definitely a Not Your Average Neighbor real estate expert. Summer Hudson is TikTok famous in my eyes, as well as just being a mid-century modern maven. And I am so excited to introduce all of you to her. Please help me welcome Summer Hudson.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much, like I said, for saying yes to my crazy podcast invitation. Summer and I met last fall at a TikTok retreat. Last season, if you remember, I had Liz Brown on. She was one of the creators of this. And Summer was one of the guests that was her third time attending. Is that correct?
Yes, it was.
And you just come in just gorgeous and unique and smart as F. Like, seriously, you know your shit. And I was just immediately drawn to your vibe. I remember during that time, we did have some training because it was a retreat to network and all of that, but also to learn. And you really talked to us about TikTok and all the crazy things that go on behind the scenes. So kind of let's start with, well, instead of that, let's hear your real estate journey and kind of how you became a realtor in this crazy world of real estate.
Oh man, I had one heck of a journey. I've had a lot of hats that I've worn over the years. I originally went to college for social work or human services. I also on the side was a hairdresser for a really long time. And I did social work for forever. I ended up doing, I worked for CPS for a long time, sheltering children from danger. I worked at a maximum facility prison in Florida as a life skills coach. The people that unalived people, I was the person that came in and talked to them about how do we cope with our feelings and how do we not do those things.
Oh my gosh.
Incredible job. The state came in and of course they privatized the prison. And when you privatize a prison, they don't want rehabilitation. So they kicked out that program.
Of course.
So then that's when I met my husband. He was like, come to Indianapolis from Florida. I got here, took a job at a community health network job where I worked with clients with acute schizophrenia. And I taught them how to function in everyday life with new skills while the voices were telling them to do the exact opposite. So I worked that job for a long time and I loved it. And then I don't know, the politics behind healthcare and stuff, it just got to be a lot. And somebody approached me and said, you'd be a great real estate agent. And I thought, and for a year I was like, no interest. I don't want to be on commission. I don't want to have to scrounge for my bread. I'm not doing it. I'd rather have the paycheck. And so I finally hit a point where in the corporate world, I was like, I'm done. I can't do this. I'm just going to take the leap into real estate. And I will never look back ever.
Yes.
Ever. I'll never go back. Not necessarily social work, but just, I love real estate so much. I didn't realize how much I needed this career, how
Absolutely.
much it fills a part of me that I'm like,
Yes. And it sounds like you have a lot of great skills to help you navigate through crazy transactions.
I am not, unbothered is the word. My team is so funny because I have a team, and when I teach other agents, the first thing I teach them is take your emotion out of it. Take your emotions out. It's just a transaction. You have to navigate this from this is their rat race and their monkey, not yours to deal with.
Right.
You just keep them forging ahead, and you have to remove that out of it. Otherwise, you'll go crazy.
Oh, and I'm such an empath that I didn't get that memo right away.
Uh-huh.
And I have a lot of gray hair and wrinkles from the last 8 years of my real estate journey
Uh-huh.
to prove that I didn't get that memo right away. But it's true. And it's so hard when you just, you just care so much. But it
Mhm.
really is. It's whatever, it's out of your hands, really. I always tell them everything happens for a reason.
Yep.
It's so cliche, but it's so true. If we don't win this one, it's because there's another one.
Another one every time. Every
Single time.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, you probably self-taught yourself all of the social media things. Is that kind of how it started? Like,
yeah, I just it's kind of a weird crooked journey, but I originally started out I needed a community when I moved to Indianapolis. I knew no one. I mean, we have no family here. My husband was just here from work, and I was seeking out a community. Mm-hmm. And that was when Instagram first kind of rolled out, and Instagram was like, oh, pictures of my burger and pictures of my,
right, pretty pictures. Yes.
Yeah, it's like, and so there really wasn't a lot of engagement. And I found a photography group that uses your iPhone to take photos of things. And I thought, well, this is kind of a nice way to meet people. You meet in these beautiful areas, you learn how to use your iPhone to take pictures. And so that was my introduction kind of to social media. And there were other people there that were really good at it. And I was like, I really enjoy this. And I get to meet other people, and we tagged each other. And that was where I started to learn about how interconnected social media really could be. Mm-hmm. And so that was like the birthplace, was like, oh, this is actually not just a place to put pretty photos. It's a place to actually talk to other people and comment. Because everybody uses Facebook, but it was different. Mm-hmm. And then, so I've always been, if you don't catch up, you're left behind.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, I have to get one foot in the door before other agents, right? I was like, oh, there's an opportunity here for real estate. And so I jumped on real estate in Instagram for a while before TikTok came out.
Right.
So, but yeah, it was a lot of self-taught. I just would see if it sticks, and if it's stuck, then okay, we'll keep it. And if not, okay, we're going to just pretend like that didn't happen and move on.
Right. No, I get it. And you do it so well. I believe during our retreat, you talked to us specifically about TikTok. So for someone in real estate that is looking for some tips and tricks, what do you have for us? I remember one of them was to just look in the search bar. What are people looking for in your area? Right.
Yeah, I think people are missing that we don't use Google as much anymore to search things, right? You go into Instagram and you look up the hashtag. People are using social media as the search engine now. If you want to hear, the latest scandal about, like, the Coldplay scandal, right?
Right.
You go in and you type in Coldplay in Instagram, and like a million opinions pop up, or TikTok, same thing.
Right.
So one of the things I like to tell people is use the social media platforms as Google, find out what people are actually searching and hashtagging, and then use those hashtags or those content things to boost yourself.
Right. I remember I told you, or I suggested that you use Caitlin Clark as a hashtag, because she is from Iowa, but is making a big moves over there in Indiana. And have you been to a Fever game yet?
I have not. I am the worst. I'm just not a sport. Like, sports makes me like.
Oh, I know. And I never thought I would love WNBA, right? Like, she has made us fall in love with this game, and it is phenomenal to watch her. So if you ever get the opportunity, go see a game with her in it, because it's threes all day. It's amazing.
Yeah, I think I actually did use her hashtag a couple times when she was adjusted, just to see, what it would do.
Yeah,
it can't hurt. I mean, it's all you throw something and see if it sticks.
We're big fans. We're big fans of her. So, are there any other really quick tips and tricks for TikTok? Or, I mean, obviously, like Liz always says, if you don't post the video,
It doesn't exist. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So,
Mhm.
and that's always in my head. And sometimes I think I'm going to be so funny, and then I get like crickets. And then other times I'm like, oh, this is just pretty. And then it like explodes. Actually, though, I was really funny one time and just said, I don't know if you listened to the Karen Reed trial at all, but I just said I found some of her tail light on the ground in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, because that's how ridiculous this investigation was. And it really blew up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's like interesting, right? Yeah. I feel like the other thing that I try whenever I do like any kind of coaching or sessions or whatever, I try to tell people are in a world where social media has caused a disconnect. I think so many people, and I would say the majority of people, are starving for connection.
Mm-hmm.
You used to be able to knock on your neighbor's door or write letters to each other, or there was like a personality to it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas now we're mimicking each other. What's the newest fad? I think people are so starved that just showing up as yourself authentically
Mm-hmm.
and talking about things that are pertinent to you. Lindsay Crum is an agent in Florida. And I was like, I would have never guessed that she has all those chickens.
Right. Orlando Lindsay.
Orlando Lindsay. Yeah. And so, I mean, she has like a whole, she to me was so bougie and like, she's so put together, beautiful outfits. And I thought for sure. And then she was like, oh yeah, I have chickens and a farm. And I was like, what? And so I was like, girl, you've got to post about your chickens. Like chickens have a whole personality.
Oh yeah.
You'll find other chicken people.
Oh yes.
And so I've really been trying to push this need for authenticity. Like we're starving for it. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of my TikTok is me just being unapologetically myself. Like I just don't care.
Right.
I don't know if it's my age, but I've hit that I don't give a damn phase.
Oh, yes. It's freeing. It is like liberating.
Yeah. And so I know I've had so many conversations with agents that are like, well, I'm afraid if they find out that, I believe in this system, or I'm afraid if they find out that I voted this way, or like, there's all these like, I'm afraid if, and I'm like, and there's a bajillion people on this planet. I assure you, you don't need that section of people. Mm-hmm. Your vibe will attract your tribe and the right people will come. Mm-hmm. And so for me, the biggest thing has been just if you're going to record yourself, just be yourself. And that stuff is what will thrive, I think.
Absolutely. And did you meet Liz at the first retreat, or did you have a friendship before, or how did that happen?
So it was so on TikTok, again, looking for the community, right? I was doing all this social media on TikTok, but there weren't very many other agents doing it. Mm-hmm. And I was looking for, how do you shoot a video like this? How do you do a transition? How do you add captions? Like all the little nuances to social media. Mm-hmm. And Liz was already posting like, hey, I'll teach you how to use video. And I thought, I didn't realize that she was an agent at the time. Oh. I just thought that she was like content creation teaching. Okay. And I was like, oh, perfect. So I followed her. And then she was like, hey, I do TikTok retreats for agents. And I was like, oh, I'll learn how to do more if I go to this. And then once I started to get all the information on the tickets, I was like, oh, wait a minute, this is not what I thought it was.
Right.
And so I almost canceled. I almost told my husband, like, I'm just going to give the ticket away. Like this is not my thing. I'm a hella introvert. I don't want to girl with people. I don't want to sit by a pool and talk about things. And he was like, you should go. He was like, just go out of your comfort zone. You're one to talk about being in your comfort zone. Like, just go. And that first year I was like, oh my God, this was amazing. Yes. Like it was magical. Mm-hmm. And then after that I was like, okay, I'm just going to keep keep showing up.
And now you have besties all across the United States, which is amazing. And that's what I love about TikTok. I used to be a huge Instagram fan when it came out too, but it just wasn't real enough for me and just not me. So when I found TikTok in 2020, as most people did, Liz kept popping up on my screen, and you guys did the first retreat, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then the second retreat. And then I'm like, I did her 3-day course. And then I'm like, I'm doing this. And luckily I had a really nice transaction where I could afford to go. And it's not like it was super expensive and you get to write it off, but still, like, the investment is an investment.
It was scary. It was a lot up front for the unknown.
Right.
You know, it's one thing if you're like, oh, I'm going to pay a fortune for Tom Ferry. We know Tom Ferry, you know, we have all heard him. We've all known everybody loves his crap, but to like meet a stranger on TikTok and be like, I'm going to go to a group of 30 women that I have no idea who they are. And I'm going to spend $1 bajillion to just fly.
And sleep in the same bed.
And like hope that they're cool, you know? So
yeah, that was quite, I was like, okay, this is what we're doing. All my friends were like, you had to sleep. Yes. I'm like, yes. Kathy and I were bedmates.
Yeah. And that was the scariest part too, because I was like, I don't think I can sleep with some, like, what if they snore or fart in their sleep? Like
oh my God. I don't think I slept a wink that entire weekend. I was like, okay, just lay there. Cause I'm like all over. Yeah. My husband was quite impressed that I did that.
Yeah. I mean, mine too. He was like, I can't believe he's like, I want you to go, but I'm also shocked that you went. And I was like, yep.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
It was awesome.
For sure. Well, you also gave us just interesting, you know, lessons about content creation and, you know, and how to kind of use that to your benefit when you're, you know, doing your taxes and stuff. You know, you were like, we're at Magnolia Farm, you know, post about it, you know?
Yeah, post about it. You can make it for free.
Exactly. And I was like, huh? Well, okay. No, it was such a great event. I'm bummed that we're not doing it. I get probably it's a lot of work for 3 people and not a huge return in investment. So I get it, but I wish we could do something. I feel like a lot of us are Midwest, so it would be fun.
We have been working on something.
Okay.
We've been just there's like a little text group of us that just a few people that I reached out to, and I was like, if I tried to recreate this a little differently, but in the Midwest, you guys come.
Yeah.
They're like, yes.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Of course I haven't had the energy this
time.
But it is on my radar as something that I think we should probably do again, because it was just so you know, Molly and Dawn and Liz, it was magical. It just worked out. It was great.
And they love swag, and I love swag, and that was fun. And then the gift, I really wish that Lauren, for her big splash into the new, would have worn the unicorn outfit that I got. That I brought. She chose that. I think that would have been very impressive to Brian.
I mean, it would have been. Could you imagine? He probably been like, "Oh my God." I'm really excited for her too. And you know, it's interesting. It's like I see the people that were in the group doing really big things. Like I feel like a lot of the agents have been getting a lot of good things happening for them.
Yes,
and I think there's something to be said about the group of us that showed up and took that risk and like, we're like, oh, screw it. We're just going to do this crazy thing. And it really, I think, is a testament to like the vulnerability and being like, I'm going to break a barrier here to see what happens. I think that's why we are also all successful agents, right? Like, I feel like we came together in a weird way, but we also pushed that envelope a little bit. And I think that's why we all are a community of really great agents too, because we're afraid to be like, screw it, we're just going to do it.
Right, exactly. Because what is the worst that can happen?
Nothing. Right. And so, you know, you've got Kristen who's got deals with all these new builds, and you've got, you know, Lauren going to Sarahan, or, just like
Yeah.
really great things have been happening to everybody.
And Tony is blowing up down in Kentucky with her, collaborating sign language with real estate.
When she was at the retreat, I was like, if you do not start using your sign language into real estate, I'm going to slap you from afar. I was like, this is your niche. Cause she was like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, yes, you do. You do it already. You just don't realize you need to be in front of a camera. Sign language is such a needed thing in the real estate community. Like, girl, you become the best sign language real estate agent you can be, and get your license everywhere, and you will make it happen. Like, just do it.
Amen. Because, we have translation services, but
no, it's not the same.
I've never, well, I mean, I live in Cedar Rapids. It is the second largest city in Iowa, but I haven't encountered where I would need that. But immediately I would think of Tony.
100%. And I'm just like, this is a needed, content is also education, right? So it's like, okay, this is your niche. Like, whether you want it to be or not, you need to really hone in on that. So I'm glad to see that she's finally doing that. I'm like,
yes. And I think that's what we all took, is that we have a community of really great people that we get to lean on and learn from. I've learned so much from Liz. She does those Monday morning accountability calls, and it's just like, I wish I had her brain, but thankfully I get to listen to her brain.
Just absorb it through osmosis.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. But she's so, and that's what I love about TikTok. I would have never known any of you all if it weren't for that. So yay, TikTok. When it went dark, I was like, what is my life?
Oh my God. I was just like, all right, so now what? Where do I shift?
Exactly.
Like, YouTube, but I don't think I don't know. Who knows what they're going to do with
Who knows what they're going to do? I feel like it's where you find your people. That's for sure. That's the hugest thing about that algorithm, is I don't have to. And if I do, I'm like, how'd this get in here? And then it's like, oh, it was a joke. They were stitching to say you're a dummy.
Yeah. The subculture of TikTok, right? Like, I'll be cackling at a video like, this is hysterical. And my husband's like, that's not funny. And I'm like, well, if you had seen where this creator did this thing and now this creator is making fun of that creator, it makes sense. And I'm like howling laughing. And he's like, this is so dumb. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's actually fantastic.
It is.
Brilliant,
it is. And that's what I tell my husband. I'm like, you need to get on TikTok so I can send you TikToks, because without you having TikTok, you don't know what my other life that I live.
A complete separate life. I actually have a folder like in TikTok and Instagram. You know how you can save things and put them in folders?
Yes.
So I have a folder called Show Ryan.
Oh,
literally, I just like, when I find a really good one, I'll dump it in that folder. And then when he gets home, I'm like, look what I saved you. He's like, oh my God.
That is a really good idea. I might have to
on my phone.
I might have to do that.
I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
Speaking of TikTok, I just watched the beautiful tour that you did of that Victorian home. Oh my God. Like
the castle one?
Yes.
I know. That's
so they've only been there a couple years, is that right?
Yeah, they had to do a lot of renovation.
I was gonna say, did it look anything like it used to?
I will tell you, I had a foundation crack so big you could stick your fist in it. And when the first time I saw it, I was like, this would be an immediate no for me, dog. Like, I was nope. So when it was bought, I was like, wow, they're gonna have to really put some love into this. And they did. Every ounce of that house they poured into. It still needs some more work, but
yeah, the basement looks a little sketch still.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a basement, right? You're not going to be down there. And then I would love them. Was there any like entertainment space outside that was?
No yard? And they have kids. So I'm sure that probably eventually was like, all right, this is they need a playground or whatever. And they're in the historic section.
Right.
So there's governing, like they can't put a playground out front. Like there's,
Ah,
so I think they probably were just like, okay, we're done.
those little alcoves, the little round one. Oh.
All the people commenting, I put a cat tree in there. I'm like, what?
Oh, hell no.
I was
No,
like,
no. We don't need to see your cat tree.
Yeah,
I would have plants up the ass would be my vibe.
Yep, all plants or like a reading nook or like, just like put the sun yourself because you can. I don't know, but a cat tree, I was like, absolutely not.
Did it go sale pending quickly?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it pended. I think because the house is such a historic landmark in the area, I think there were so many. She had like 4 open houses that weekend just to allow people to just come see it.
Yes.
Yeah. And the sellers were cool and were like, yeah,
that's very nice because I know an agent here was having trouble. She has a beautiful house and I'm like, I would love to see it. And she's like, well, they're not really letting people in. And I'm like, ooh, all right, well, but that is another thing now that I think about it. You do a really great job if listings are a little light on your side, you go ask other agents, can I do a video tour of your place, which promotes them and promotes you. And hopefully, a deal comes out of that. It's very, we talk a lot about people not giving credit to the listing agent. So that is very important when you are using or taking a tour. You must shout out the listing agent. But I think that's a great idea. And another really good tip for those who are looking for content creation. What other vibe I love about you is that you go to all the mid-century modern homes. Are you like basically the mid-century modern maven? Like anyone who has one, they come to you?
There's a grip of us actually. There's Kelly Huff is an agent here in town that she just mid-centuries. That's it. She's a diehard mid-century enthusiast. She can just walk up to a house and be like, "Oh, this was built by Frank Lloyd Wright's cousin of." In 1947, like she just is a genius. And so she was actually an agent before me, and I was just like, oh my God, Kelly Huff is so cool.
Right.
Like she's just so cool because I was, I also had that same a love for historic buildings. And so there are a grip of us actually that if we see somebody gut a great mid-century and turn it into like just the landlord special, like we'll call each other and be like, I hope they have a horrible life, just did you see what they did to that house? So I'm not the only one, but I've tried really hard to advocate that, this is the kind of agent I am, that if this is the kind of property you want to see. And I found more joy in my work because I feel like, I could go sell a cookie cutter or a vinyl village house like the rest of everybody else. But it doesn't bring me the same amount of joy. And so I started, again, that like authenticity. I was like, you know what? I don't know that I want to sell a whole bunch of those houses. I actually would love to sell this. And so that became my niche. And I was like, okay, if I just keep posting about old houses and hopefully they'll start recognizing like I'm passionate about it. And if you're passionate about it, let's talk. Like, let me help you find something.
Such a great reminder for us to make sure that we're doing what we love. And I'm telling you, I was just in St. Charles, Geneva, Illinois this last weekend to visit some friends. And the houses there are just, I want to eat them all up. Yes. And everyone takes such great care. And even the dumps aren't dumps. Like I get goosebumps when I'm in houses or see neighborhoods like that. We do have a Southeast side community where it's just the old history of Cedar Rapids. And I love it so much. So that is why I think your vibe attracted me as well. So let's talk about, there was one other thing I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, I know. What is the biggest mistake you see people doing to these beautiful homes that they should stop doing right this minute?
Ripping out the freaking cool tile.
Oh yeah.
Or the parquet floors. Like, just if you want to see me have a category like crash out meltdown, it's when I see a perfectly pristine Pepto Bismol pink bathroom with the
Yes.
pink tile and the pink
Yes.
toilet and the pink tub, and
Yes.
they rip it out to put in white subway tile with a white tub and black faucets. I'm like,
What did you do?
yeah, I'm just like, I hope the toilet paper breaks when you wipe. Like, like I just cannot. So I just have gotten to where I try really hard to promote in my videos, like, please, if you're a rehabber and you see this, there are so many people who will pay good money to keep that in the house. Mm-hmm. Add some funky wallpaper that updates it to today, or paint it, or whatever, or just something, put laminate over the floor or something. Like, just do not take the tile or parquet out, please. Just leave it alone.
Right.
That for me is my Achilles heel. Like, just stop doing that. Just
stop ruining the beauty of this. That is what made this so cool in the first place.
Yeah. Well, Kohler is trying to come out with a new series where they have a pink tub and pink sink combo, and it's like pink, avocado green. They're starting to kind of realize, like, oh, people are sick of the millennial gray. So they're testing out. There's like a new thing that you can go on Kohler's website and vote for which colors you like.
Ooh, okay.
And I was on there like, yes, please. Like, just keep voting. Like, please bring this back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's like my, please stop doing this.
Please stop taking out those pink toilets and pink tubs. We like it.
Yep.
There are people who just love it. And like you said, updating it with a funky wallpaper just immediately updates it.
There was a mid-century here in about an hour drive from where I'm at. And I was like, I'm going to go shoot this. My client called me. He's only interested in a mid-century, like, authentic, still with the tiles, still with the sunken living room, the whole thing.
I love it.
And it popped up. $295,000 is the price on it. Yeah, I know. The area though is like way out. Like, that's pretty comparable. It went for $400,000 cash.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. And I think what sellers are not realizing, they're ripping out all this character, and they're not realizing that the people that want that authentic tile and stuff will pay stupid money. Mm-hmm. Stupid. So it's like, even though you're like, oh, the value is not there, this is all old and outdated, they don't realize there's a whole population of us that will give our firstborn a perfect mid-century, So
a sunken living room. Oh my God.
Conversation fit. Yes. Yeah. Just mainline it to me, or like the metal cabinets, like the metal kitchen cabinets, when they rip those all out and put in those shaker, like the plywood shaker cabinets. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
I know. How did you think that was a good idea? Didn't you see what this house was? Like, oh my gosh. And that gray, I know it'll come back someday, but please just stay away for right now. I can't believe how much gray there is in our lives.
I think I'm starting to see this weird, I don't know if you've started to see it. They're starting to go back to the browns and the almond colors. There's this weird color that's out right now, especially in the floors and the paints, where it's like grayish. It's not quite gray. It's not quite beige. It's like teeters on the middle. So I think people are starting to realize, like, okay, gray's done.
Yeah, it had its moment, and now it's RIP to gray. Please, no more gray.
Goodbye. I'm sure that's how they felt with the avocado green.
Oh, sure. Of course, they all have their moment, but gray can go away for right now. When I see a red wall, I'm like, oh my God. Yep. That was a choice too. Mm-hmm. We all had the red statement wall or whatever. And
oh my God. Remember when teal and chocolate was a thing? Teal and chocolate. I was just like, oh my God, that's a choice. I'm so glad that's done too. I'm out.
so many things, and that's what's so hard, is that if you don't keep it, at least your walls, a little bit more on the boring side, so that you can make those updates without an arm and a leg, taking an arm and a leg from you to pay for that, because I love the idea of wallpaper, but I'm like, I would maybe be the only one who'd like this. I don't know, but
listen, I'm here for this whole new. There's a whole new culture coming out of like the newer buyers. I'm starting to see them say like, if I'm going to pay this kind of money and live in this house and pay these prices, then I want the house to be whatever I want it to be. And I'm starting to see a lot of my clients are like, I'm going to wallpaper it this crazy wallpaper, and I'm going to paint it this color, and I'm going to paint this and do that and make it my own. It's almost like maximalist, but not.
Yeah.
And they're also tired of the millennial gray.
Right.
They're no longer thinking about the resale value, right?
Right.
I feel like when it was a seller's market, a lot of people were in that gray mode because it was like, well, I don't want to do too much to my house because one day I'm going to sell it. Well, now we've got a whole subculture of people that are like, I'm buying a house and I'm not going anywhere because I can't afford anything else. So I'm going to buy this house and make it whatever I want and be damned to whoever doesn't like what I'm putting in. Right. And so I'm seeing a lot of that, like where people are just like, no, I'm going to paint the wall red, whether you like it or not.
Right. And paint is easy. Wallpaper, I just remember back in the day when my aunt was a very good wallpaperer, and it's just like, oh, how tedious it is and all of that. But I have a bathroom that I just would really love to have a vibe, so I should just do it. Just do it.
Peel and stick. They sell it on Amazon. It's super easy to install.
It's true.
Just peel and stick it.
All right. You gave me that permission. I'm going to do it. If I ever get my life together and get my bathroom clean, like I have an ADD brain. So my bathroom is like the inside of my brain.
Yes. I mean, yes, that as well. I feel like it's organized chaos.
Oh, absolutely. And my husband doesn't believe it. I'm like, I know where things are. Do not touch anything.
There's a method to my madness. Don't touch it. Leave it be.
That's so funny. So just maybe to wrap up this little real estate talk that we've been doing, I chat GPT'd my new best friend, chat GPT. I need to name it. My friend's is named. What is yours named?
Nova. But I feel like chat GPT, I'm starting to see when people are like, oh, my chat GPT's name said it was this. It all seems to be like the same 5 names. It's like Nova. I can't remember the other ones.
My friend's is Atlas.
Yes, Atlas is one, Nova. So, but what makes me wonder, I wonder if there's like 5 chat GPT personalities.
Yeah.
And like you either get like all of us that have Nova all have the same Nova chat GPT.
Okay. I get that.
Like what if Atlas, the people that have Atlas are all under that chat GPT chat?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
bet he's going to be so disappointed that he doesn't have a special name.
No. And that's the thing. Like when I was like, oh, I wonder what my ChatGPT person's name, what its name or identifies as.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to be called Nova. And then when I went back in the chat to put in Nova, like 10 other people were like, oh, it just called itself Nova. And I'm like,
boo. I thought we had a special relationship.
Yeah, it's fine. Nova. So it's probably listening to me right now, like.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I love it when people think they're, getting away with having their phones not listen to them or all of them. Like, okay, live in your world. I'm in the real world and everything.
Yeah, I'm always like, don't say that. I'm phone heard you.
Yeah, if I want to see something on TikTok different, I just talk to my phone. It brings it up.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I made the mistake of saying something about my daughter like struggling with her sleep right now, and now all my freaking ads are about like give this pill to your child to make them shut up and sleep, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, well, that's very interesting. What is that? But no, I mean, yeah, I feel like anytime you whisper anything, it hears you. Okay. So what are the myths?
For sure.
What's the game?
Okay, so this game is called Real Estate Mythbusters, and I'm going to say a statement, and you're going to say if it's a myth or if it's the truth. We're debunking myths on this portion of the podcast. So the first one is you need 20% down you need a 20% down payment to buy a home. Is that a myth or the truth?
That is a myth. And
Myth.
yeah. And in some cases you need zero down. So
Right. You just got to find the right lender.
Yep. There's so many grants and packages and people competing. And the thing is too, I want to just to add to it, people think they need this crazy credit score. You only need a 580, which is not that high to get a mortgage. So nope, you don't have to have a big down payment. It can be as little as 3%. So yeah, it's a myth.
It is a myth. Thank you. Okay, number 2 is all upgrades add value to your home. Is that a myth or truth?
Myth. Myth. I tell people
what are some upgrades that people do that you're like, no, that is not going to work?
I really hate when people are like, I put all new windows in. And I'm like, oh, I mean, yes, that's nice, but you're not going to see that return when you go to sell. Like that's going to be a yay for you because, you know, your house is a little bit more energy efficient. But when you go to sell, they'd rather you upgrade your nasty kitchen or, you know, or the broken tiles on, like, you know, there's just I think there are just some things that people are like, mechanicals. Yeah, they're important. But I feel like if you had to choose between, you know, doing a fancy water heater or changing the backsplash on your kitchen, people are going to want the backsplash, which is super weird to me. But, you know, yeah, there are things I think.
Yeah, I think in Cedar Rapids area, it's more, they do like the windows. So I think.
Oh, maybe it's geologically, like it depends.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
people are like, you know,
I can do that, or I know someone who can do that. Another huge one that I wish more people would do that have this is the glass fuses. Like insurance does not like those.
Yeah. Those have got to go.
Yeah,
that's got to go. I tell people all the time, like that's really gonna hurt you because they're gonna ask for that to be replaced, and that's not cheap. So.
No. And in Iowa, I don't know if it's the same as Indiana, but now the EPA is asking us about lead pipes.
Yes.
And to be ready for that conversation. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yep. We actually have a program in Indianapolis that if you find out you have lead pipes, you apply and they'll come out and test it. And if it is, they come remove it.
Yeah.
So it's like some special.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm. Which is nice because it needed to happen. I mean, who knows?
Yes.
Maybe this is why we're all
lead-based paint. I mean, that is the most important disclosure we do. And why not have it be more realistic, like lead pipes?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting.
Something that actually affects the health of people.
Well, it's weird to me. I think people don't really take lead paint very serious. To me, I've maybe out of all the transactions I've done, I've maybe had 5 people actually test for lead. And I'm like, y'all realize like there's a lot of brain damage that happens here.
Yeah.
And so it's very interesting that now California anytime I have a buyer that comes from California, that's always their number one. Like I will not buy an older house because I'm not dealing with the lead.
Oh,
so
wow.
Education over in California for some reason about lead has been really pushed, where I feel like you get to the Midwest and like lead paint, just don't chew on it. It's fine.
Yeah, right. Or radon. I'm not going to be down there anyway. We have a lot of radon in Iowa.
Yeah. Well, I was on a slab in Florida when I bought my first house, and my radon was 15 on a slab. And
no way.
Yep, 15. Now, who would have thought that the lady that sold me her house had terrible Alzheimer's and dementia and like cancer of all kinds of things? I'm like, oh, you don't say. Maybe it's because your radon was 15.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's definitely not something to screw around with, especially a slab, which you can't escape it, right? There's no escaping it from there. Yeah. That's crazy. The next myth or truth. You should always price your home high so you can negotiate down. Myth or truth?
Oh my God. That is my number one. Like, please stop this. Please stop it. It's a myth. When I do my listing appointments, I give clients low, medium, high. Low is like, if you let me list it for this, I guarantee you will be multiple offers. I guarantee you will get the price that you're wanting. Like, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Middle is like, I mean, the comps show that it can support that. You might get an offer in a week or two. It might sit a couple days longer. Yeah, we could probably do it. And high is the, okay, yeah, Zillow told you that, but is it real?
Right.
And then, you know, and everybody knows even when you're hunting on Zillow yourself, if a house sits for too long because it's overpriced, you don't go, well, it's overpriced. You go, what's wrong with it?
Right. Absolutely. Because houses aren't sitting.
Mm-hmm.
And but it's really unfortunate. I have a condo in a nice little community right outside of Cedar Rapids, like minutes from Cedar Rapids. And the school district there is coveted and everything. And I have a condo that is not all updated and beautiful, but you're getting it for the price that it's, you know, and still I'm not getting any bites. And I know the price is always the answer, right? But God, it just kills me to have to go lower, but it's only worth what someone will buy it for.
Yep. Period. Like and the thing is, I don't know about your market. It's a buyer's market here.
Yes, that's what you were saying. And I believe that there are still, like, I got 2 calls on a property last week that buyers were like drooling over. So seller, they're here, and I shouldn't pigeonhole everyone, but my experience has been that there's not a lot of vision as far as first-time home buyers. They really want it done, kind of already done, right?
Yeah, they're exhausted. They've come from a market where they were outbid, crazy prices. BlackRock came and bought everything from them anyway. Like, I feel like buyers are so exhausted with it that they've just hit a point where, like, I'm not doing this. I've had buyers go, I want to offer on this house, but I'm going to wait a few more days just to see if it goes down. And I'm like, but if somebody comes in and offers on it, are you going to be sad? No, I don't care. I'm like, what? Okay.
Right.
Like,
okay. Yeah. But the biggest myth is pricing high and negotiating down. If you price it too high, it's going to sit.
Yep. It's every time.
Every time.
Yep.
I
have a seller right now that's learning that lesson. I told her, hey, we should list it at this price, and I think we'll get a multiple offer situation. And she was like, nope, Redfin and Zillow told me it's this much. And I was like, okay, if that's what you want to do. And so she, it sat for almost a month, and she got an offer for exactly what I told her it would probably end up at.
Doesn't it feel good though when that happens too? It's like, I'm sorry you have to learn this lesson the hard way, but I told you so never felt so good.
Yeah. And I feel bad because I but it is what it is.
It is what it is, and it is their circus and their monkeys and all of that. And you are just
detachment.
Yes, exactly.
Not my problem.
So myth number 4, or myth or truth number 4, is a home's value always goes up over time.
Ooh, myth.
Myth or truth?
Myth on that one, because I feel like, it depends on, are you making updates? Right. Are you, I don't know. That's a good one, because I could argue either, because you're getting equity as you're paying down, right? If you sit on it long enough, eventually, yes, right? Like, if you sit on it,
right? But it has to be a very long time.
Yep. I bought a house.
If you're not gonna.
I was gonna say, like, I bought a house when I was 23. The market. Can you still hear me? Okay.
Yep.
I'm like, okay.
Yes, I sure can.
When I bought a house when I was 23, the market crashed right after that. And when the market crashed, I think I paid $125,000 for the house, and when it crashed, it was worth $75,000. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? This is terrible. And so I ended up, I waited 15 years to sell it, to end up paying it off just flat. It was rough.
Wow.
Yeah. So that crashed.
Yeah.
But I think, man, that's a hard one. It's a myth because it's, but it's also, there's some truth if you wait it out. I don't know.
Right. And property taxes, like, since 2020, all of our assessments have went up so high, and now you're seeing that you're maybe paying more taxes on your house than your house is actually worth. So that's been interesting to see too.
A little tip: you can actually appeal your taxes.
Yes, you can.
I found out from a property tax person that what they do is they look at the average of the neighborhood or the zip code. And if the growth has been 10%, then they raise the 10% in your taxes. Well, if you've not made any improvements, your house is the same as it's always been in 20 years, you haven't done any updates, you can call them and be like, no, you need to come out and look at my house and see that I've done nothing. And I don't deserve 10%. Like,
right.
I deserve that. And the thing is, it's because they don't have enough manpower. They don't have enough people to go out and assess every single house. So they just lump everybody in together. So he told me if you appeal and they come out and see your property and see that you've done nothing, they usually will be like, all right, fine. And they take your taxes and your little house down. Right.
But people just want to complain and not do the work.
I mean, it's a lot of work. You got to fill out a lot of paperwork and green.
You do. And you got to fight for it. But if you believe that it's the truth, I absolutely say take advantage of that. And it is something that they put in the assessment, like, information on the sheet. You have so much time to be able to contest that. So absolutely great tip there. Myth number 5, you can always get a good deal by buying a foreclosed property. Myth or truth?
Myth.
Yeah, right?
Myth. No, that danger.
I have not done a lot I've viewed properties that were in foreclosure, and I'm like, okay, I get why.
Yep. Well, and the thing is, if they can't even make their monthly payment, then they're deferring their maintenance too. And I feel like
absolutely.
You're walking into a shit show. You don't know what's behind the walls. You don't know what they've deferred out and not done. Like, sure, okay, foreclosure seems like a great idea, but you're going to turn around and spend a fortune trying to figure out what's wrong with it.
Exactly. Exactly.
No thanks.
Yeah. And then number 6, the final myth or truth: staging your home is just for looks and it doesn't actually help sell it.
Oh, false. NAR already released some kind of study that you actually make 43% more profit when you stage.
I believe that. And that's what I did to this condo. I staged it because I'm like, I know that you're going to walk in here, buyer, and you're going to say, oh, but if you see like cute furniture, it gives you a little bit of a imagination to realize all of the potential. This condo is huge. Whoever buys it is going to get an amazing deal for how much space is in it. So I just, but staging and, virtual staging is kind of a disappointment. When you walk in, you go, oh, it was fake.
Yep. I mean, I love the idea of virtual staging because it's, it's more affordable for a real estate agent to just do, order that and have it done. But I feel like every time I've ever gone to a house with a buyer and it's been virtual staging, they're like, oh, yeah, because when you're in the space, you still can't visualize the space. Like, okay, you showed me a picture, but that really doesn't show me.
Right. Yeah. I do a little editing of clutter, but that's about it. Because I think staging a house is very important. Yeah. Okay, so the final thing to wrap this up, we've gone much longer than I told you, and I apologize. I know you're a busy woman, but again, just thank you so much for spending time with me. The last thing I would like us to do is just talk about, shout out a neighbor in your community that is doing amazing things and you would like us to know more about.
Yes, the Little Timmy Project. She had an infant loss and took that grief and turned it into something very powerful. She helps mothers who are struggling with needing diapers or postpartum care or community or So it's almost kind of like a pantry, but for moms, you can get clothing, you can get vouchers for daycare. She really has done wonderful things with it. And the Little Timmy Project it's small but mighty.
Yeah. And it's in Indiana.
It's in Indiana. It's in Indianapolis. It's not a very big organization. It's small, but she is always asking on, for Amazon. She has like an Amazon wish list that just has, bottles or burp cloths or whatever. And it's just, she's really been a great advocate. She's networked with doulas so that like if you need a birthing partner or birthing help, if you feel like you're going to pull your hair out and you're just like, I can't take care of these kids right now, I need something. She has all these connections.
I love it.
Yeah, we need a village, right?
Absolutely. Especially when you're a new mom and you've never done this before. I remember like 2 weeks, 3 weeks in, I got to get out of the house. I love this kid so much, but I have to leave. I need to. And I did. And but luckily it subsides. Eventually it subsided sooner for me than for most. So but it was like, so having that community and that group and that assistance, that is so important. And you can find the Little Timmy Project at littletimmy.org. Thank you for sharing that. And we will make sure that we share that in the social media posts that we do. And tell us how we can find you. Anyone looking to live in Indianapolis, she's your gal. How can we find you? How can we connect?
Anything, social media, email, everything's all the same. All of it's Find a Lot to Love.
Awesome.
So whether it's findalottolove.com, my TikTok handle, my Instagram handle, it's all the same.
Okay. But beware that on TikTok, she probably does have a couple.
Oh my God, the amount of scammers. God, get a life. I think I'm at like 40 scammers right now that have they'll do find a lot to love, or find a lot with like 4 L's and somebody will message me and be like, hey, you've got another scammer. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't keep track of it. It's insane.
Right. It is very unfortunate that people do that and that they have no life other than to.
Yeah. Well, you'll know it's me if you see my posts. They ironically don't post the ones where I'm like, look at this scammer. So if you go on my page and you see me talking trash about the scammer, then that's probably my page. Well.
Good tip. Yeah. I think I was following one of the gals and then said, oh, she's following you. And then I was like, oh shit. I think it was Stacy D. In St. Louis.
Had a scammer for a while. She was so mad. I was like, well, girl, you just,
you made it.
When they start mimicking you, then they like your content. So it's just
we love Stacy D and her content. She is hilarious. Yeah. She is such a great person and creator for sure. So
yeah, she's funny.
Thank you again, Summer, so much for saying yes, being a part of my day, because now I get to just live off of this energy for the rest of the day. And really that's why I do this, is so I have some bright lights in my week. And you were definitely one of them. So thank you so much. Yeah. And don't forget, neighbors, to like, follow, share, comment. What else should they do, Summer?
Create
your own content, because we all need some light and good news and good people doing good things. So go out there, make it a great day. We'll see you next week.
Bye.